Hi YouTube! Today we are making a chocolate cake. There's 0 instructions. It just says mix as any cake. So we will do that. Gonna start with a 1/2 cup of butter. One cup of white sugar. One egg. One teaspoon of vanilla. We have a 1/2 cup of sour milk or cream. If you don't have sour on hand, you can just add a little vinegar to it. And then we have 2 tablespoons of cocoa in a 1/4 cup of boiling water. So that's what I have here. All right, and then we have 1 1/2 cups of flour and a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda and 1 teaspoon of baking powder. I'm gonna just add that to my flour. This doesn't seem like a very chocolatey cake, but this is a 9-inch pan. It doesn't say what size pan to put it in, so that's what I'm going to put it in. I don't think this would make 2 layers, so I'm just going to put this in a greased pan. It also does not say what temperature to cook the cake at or for how long. There's 0 instructions on that. So I'm going to do 350 because that's kind of standard. For length of time, I think I'm going to start with 1/2 an hour and then we'll check it and go from there. Okay, so there is a filling for the cake. I'm not sure how this is going to work out. It says mix together, then add 1 cup of boiling water and butter size of an egg. So there is some ingredients involved in that. So we're going to start with 1 cup of sugar, 2 tablespoons of cocoa, and 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. And you're just supposed to add a cup of water. So I'm assuming that this is supposed to thicken up, but we'll see about that. A cup of boiling water. And I'm just gonna, this is no chocolate cake I've ever seen before. I also can't see how this is just going to thicken without like boiling it. Maybe as it cools. And it does say the butter size of an egg. So I guess like a good glug of butter is going to go in here as well. Or maybe I mix that once it's cool. It doesn't say that though. Just going to read it one more time. Mix together, then add 1 cup boiling water and butter size of an egg. Well, that looks like it's dissolved. I don't know, a good tablespoon of butter? Like that butter is also not going to incorporate. It's just going to sit on the top.
So as expected, that did not thicken. So I did have to boil it, and I did add 2 more tablespoons of cornstarch to make this like a pudding consistency. So the original recipe for the icing was 3 tablespoons of butter, a third a cup of cocoa powder, and a tablespoon of cream, and 4 cups of icing sugar. It was way too dry. I ended up having to add an extra quarter cup of butter, and I probably used almost a quarter cup of cream. So you're just going to want to make that until you have the consistency that you want or like. The icing sugar was fine at 4 cups. If it's too thick, add more cream. If it's too thin, add more icing sugar until you get like a good buttercream consistency. Enjoy.